What's going on, you guys? I'm Graham.
And Robbie.
Shout out to Voopoo Vapes.
Voopoo Vapes.
And the kids in the pool that hopefully you can't hear.
We are back. More importantly, I know you guys missed us. I know all 12 of you out there. We're waiting. When are they going to do the next?
When's it happening? Sorry it's been so long. Here we are. Lucky, you're outside. Lucky, come here. Lucky, come here. Good boy.
Woo! Star of the show.
So, actually, star of the show today, surprise question. We actually planned this one. It's going to be a great episode, but I've got one surprise for Robbie. Kevin Love was the center on the U.S. Team for the Olympics. He said he dropped out. Do you know who replaced him?
Jeremy Grant? No.
It's another person 6'10" or higher. It's a tall person.
Jeremy, I do know this. I read this. Jeremy Grant.
He's not a superstar.
I know.
He's a well-known.
JaVale McGee.
JaVale McGee on the U.S. Olympic team.
And that's why they're not going to win the gold this year. That is why they're not going to win the gold this year. It's because JaVale McGee is actually on the team. I mean, there'll probably be like the ball off of his head and goes into the basket, like for the game-winning score.
So what's funny is, I don't know if you've seen the clips of JaVale hitting threes from the corner pregame. If he's unguarded, he can shoot just like Ben Simmons can. He can shoot threes unguarded.
No, I remember watching him on the Warriors during pregame.
That's what I'm saying.
He would hit threes.
He can hit threes. And in Olympics, it's the Europeans.
Is Giannis in the Olympics?
No.
Oh, that's so lame.
Well, he would be on the Greece team.
Obviously, but that'd be so cool if Giannis was in the Olympics for Greece.
No, he cares too much and he trains too much.
Because I saw Luka
put up. He was on pace to break the record.
You know who's killing it? Nico Mannion.
Is he for Italy?
Yeah, for Italy.
Red power.
I mean,
Red power.
He actually killed it in like the opening games. His opening day, he had like 10 points, 8 assists, or something like that. But they won. So
before we get to rails,
it's actually cool watching the U.S. Olympic basketball because all the teams are so even now. I mean, the U.S. obviously has a way doper team, but I don't know what to do while no one's here.
Because it's the brought-in three-point line. If JaVale could shoot corner threes,
and there's also the goaltending thing, like you can touch balls in the rim, like on rebounds, you can just like take it out. Yeah, like there's little rule changes.
But yeah, so if JaVale had the confidence to If JaVale had the confidence to hit threes, then he actually could be an asset because he can protect the rim. The problem is if you're not going to let JaVale shoot threes, which they're not going to, then he's just a rim protector and a rim runner. And there has to be a better rim runner they could have chosen than JaVale McGee.
I mean, yeah.
Like Nerlens Noel. He's not even good, but he averaged 2.2 blocks per game last year in 24 minutes.
I bet he's like from France or some weird thing like that.
I looked it up. His nationality says America. I know Nerlens Noel does not sound American. Yeah, Clint Capella is from Switzerland.
Yeah, and there's a lot of those ones.
Yeah, like you think that, but there has to be someone better. And I like JaVale McGee, and everyone's ripping the pick.
Look, they're like James Wiseman out there or something.
He's hurt. James Wiseman would be much better. The solid choice would have been most people saying was Christian Wood.
DeAndre Ayton.
Definitely from the Bahamas.
Really?
Yes. Joel Embiid is from Cameroon.
Good knowledge. This is too much Graham. Sorry. Who
was it? Christian Wood from the Rockets.
Yeah, he's a beast.
The problem is he's 214 pounds. So every other Olympic team has had a traditional center. They had Tyson Chandler.
I'm like Adam Schefter right here. I need to check my sources to see what's going on because Trey Turner got pulled after scoring in the first inning off of Josh Bell's home run or something like that.
That's exactly what it was.
Yep. So
Robbie wants Trey Turner to the Giants.
I really want Trey Turner to the Giants.
So what would you give in a package? They're giving him Crawford.
I'd give up Bart.
Crawford and Bart. Anything else?
I wouldn't even give up Crawford. I'd keep Crawford.
What would you do with Crawford?
Put him at Turner at second, or put Turner at short center field or something.
Or just platoon them all.
Oh yeah, or just and Crawford's still hurt, so Turner's in there.
Okay.
And then Longoria's still out. Put Crawford at third or something.
So what's the dream? Bart?
Who cares? Bart, Duggar,
some sexy prospects,
and
Camilo
Doval or someone like that. So 2 people or if they gave 3 people on the 40-man roster, that'd be big time because they have people coming back.
Would you rather have Scherzer or Turner?
I'd rather have
Scherzer.
Scherzer.
You'll have to give up less. You'll have to give up prospects and money for Turner. Turner's going to want a long contract.
Yeah, but I'd want that.
Right, no, he's a good player to have.
But then again, we have Luciano in the.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think Trey Turner is as elite in real life.
I don't think Luciano Marco Luciano, the number 8 prospect in the MLB, Giants' number 1 prospect. I think he actually is. He's playing shortstop now, but I think he's projected to be more of a third base. Because I think they think he's going to grow more. They think he's going to get bigger.
And he's probably 18 or 19. It's quite possible.
He's 19 years old. Yeah, he's not sterling at shortstop. This is his first year at shortstop, so they'll probably move him to third base or something like that. But Turner, I think Turner's just electrifying. I think he makes any team way better.
So I think Trey Turner is really, really good. Don't get me wrong. I told you not to spend so much, and when you drafted him and thought about trading him, I told you not to trade him. I like Trey Turner. I just think he's the kind of guy. I like my stars to have like one trait. Barry Bonds' his home run.
He does have one trait.
No, he's good at everything.
No, he has one trait. Very fast.
He is, and so that's my least favorite trait to have because that ages the worst. No, seriously, power ages much better than speed. So I like Trey Turner now. I just think if you sign him to a 6-year deal, 6 years from now, Trey Turner.
Yeah, I don't want that. I don't want the 6-year deal.
That's what any superstar wants.
I want a 5-year deal.
He's a legitimate. I don't even think I would give him.
Joe.
Look.
It was just another dog. Everyone's okay.
But yeah, no. Again, I like Trey Turner. It'd be great if you trade for him.
I want Scherzer and Turner, and I want to give up. I want to give up Bart. I want to give up Doval. I want to give up like our number 15, number 18 prospects.
Right. I just think names are very important. So you should trade Joey Bart because he has a big name,
and he's a high prospect.
Don't trade for someone like trade for someone like we're talking about Danny Duffy. Danny Duffy is doing really well, and you wouldn't have.
No, I want the blockbuster.
You know who I want for the Yankees is Joey Gallo.
I want Gallo on the Giants too.
Right, that's too. Flash hits are fun. So flash hits are fun. But so the Yankees have a lineup for the past literally 6 years.
And they have the short porch.
Of all righties.
Yeah. And that's why they got Odor.
Right, but that's like a average random player.
But he hits home runs.
No, he does. But we need an actual lefty masher.
No, and Joey Gallo is exactly that.
Yeah. The problem with the Yankees, though, is we actually need more DJ LeMahieu's. We need less
strikeouts. Yeah.
But Gallo's good enough.
That's why I love Frazier to the Padres.
The Pirates guy to the Padres?
Yeah.
I thought I was definitely thinking you were going to put him to the Giants.
No, he already got traded.
Oh, he got traded?
Yeah, he got traded to the Padres already a couple days ago.
Okay.
And that trade scares me because someone at the top of their lineup that's going to get on base,
right?
Like always.
Or just bother pitchers.
Yeah, and get
foul off pitches.
8 pitches, get a long count.
And so then Tatis comes up.
Never strikes out.
And the
gets on base for Tatis and Machado.
And they've now seen the pitcher.
They're probably going to trade Hosmer.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
Yeah, they're going to trade Hosmer, and they're probably going to have to give up.
What, is Cronenworth going to play first?
They're going to have to give up a big prospect to trade him to get that contract off the books. Because they don't want to go into the luxury tax because they're like in the 6th smallest market or 4th smallest market or something like that.
Cronenworth will play first, right? Is that what's happening?
Hard to say. I mean, they're not going to move Machado or Tatis.
Oh, man, what if they traded for Chris Bryant? That would be so good for both teams if they actually got Eric Hosmer as like a solid name. Because they're going to trade Rizzo, too. Everyone's going to be hella mad.
Yeah, so maybe they trade Rizzo. What if Rizzo for Hosmer?
But that's the same issue. They're trying to get. Oh, they can't trade for Bryant. They're trying to save money. They can't trade for Bryant.
Yeah,
or Rizzo.
They can't.
Can't trade for Bryant or Rizzo. They'd have to trade for like a Josh Bell.
Interesting. Yeah, but they're going for it because they just traded for Frazier.
Right, but so the Yankees are doing that too. The Yankees are going for it. They're making deals and stuff, but they're also trying to stay under the luxury tax. Because what they change is when you go over the luxury tax, you get penalized in your the signing pool for foreign players. No, that's what it is. So that's why the Yankees stay under, so that they can still get. That's how they got Jasson Dominguez.
So you can try to get Shohei.
Yes, things like that. I literally couldn't believe the Yankees didn't get Shohei. That's the most Yankee move ever, getting Shohei. He wanted to play in the big market. He signed in LA.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't get how
he wanted to stay on the West Coast.
I believe he did. But if the Yankees had been like, we want you,
the Giants were big on him.
Yeah,
the Giants were big in it.
If the Yankees had done what the Giants had done and said, we want you, you're the face of our franchise, he would have come. It's like the biggest franchise. That's like the Yankees and Cowboys and the Lakers.
Imagine Shohei and freaking San Francisco, though. That would have been pretty freaking epic.
Literally anywhere but the LA Angels.
Yeah.
Like, he's like the most exciting.
But like San Francisco has like a Japantown, you know,
right,
and like
right.
a huge Asian influence.
The market,
city.
LA is such a big basketball and Hollywood town. No one really cares about LA baseball. So for Shohei to go there,
I mean, the Dodgers are big.
They're big, but no one really cares. Like, this Trevor Bauer thing is huge, and it's not nearly as big as when Kobe did that.
That's because people are just like sick of it.
Right, but so when Kobe did it, it was like the biggest news ever.
Yeah, they're just like, I mean, nowadays though, they're just like freaking cut him.
Oh,
you know,
I see what you're
just
saying.
like done, just like move on, like just cut your losses.
Another one, yeah,
and move on to the next.
You know,
just baseball trade.
Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
Why has that died down? I feel like
I know
he's not gonna get penalized. I heard a story that like
I think that's I was looking at that today
there's
too.
An easy way for him to get out of it. Teams should like buy on Deshaun Watson right now. Like the Giants.
I was looking at fantasy draft for like who I wanted for quarterback.
And he's going hella late.
And it was like Deshaun Watson like in like the 20s, and I was like, I'm going Deshaun Watson.
That's a horrible pick. He's probably gonna get suspended like 6 games.
We'll see.
In the 20s, that'd be bad.
We'll see.
But so one thing I was talking with my buddies the other day is the Giants have pieces to trade.
We're talking about the New York Giants.
The football Giants, yes. They could trade
ones.
Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley and a couple picks for Deshaun Watson and something.
Why would they ever give up Saquon Barkley?
Oh, because according to anyone who matters in the NFL, running backs don't matter that much.
Yeah, no, but they drafted him, so they have to like.
No, he's hella good. I'm not saying.
So if they're going to win a Super Bowl, they need to have.
So the trade I propose. No, you don't need to, of course, at all.
I mean, they
look at the receivers they have. They just got Kadarius Toney, electric Percy Harvin type. They have Kenny Golladay. They have John Ross. They have Sterling Shepard, and they have Darius Slayton, and Evan Ingram, and Kyle.
But they don't have Jalen Hurd.
They don't have Jalen Hurd. No, but seriously. So if they made a trade, the trade I proposed to my friends was you give up some picks, you give up Saquon, you give up Daniel Jones, and then what you also get back is an offensive lineman. They have 2 tackles that are good. So the Giants got a tackle, then they could have a proficient offensive attack. But I just think there's got to be some team in the NFL who should trade for Deshaun Watson.
Oh, someone should. Someone should for sure. I mean, there's
because the Texans aren't in win now mode. Oh, that would be fun.
Miami.
Tua. And they'd both be set up because then the Texans can lose this year.
Yeah, they can lose this year with
and
Tua.
Then they can even bench Tua.
Bench him, who cares?
And then have him be good next year. That would be cool, yeah.
I think that'd be
or play perfect. Tua like the last 6 games of the year. So even if he wins every one of them, they're still bad. They're still like 8-8. That would be fun. That would definitely be fun.
I think I figured it out.
The Dolphins receiver core is pretty cool now. They've got Devontae Parker, Will Fuller, and
Fuller
and Jalen Waddle.
Yeah, Watson and Fuller again.
Yeah, Watson and Fuller again. That's actually a good idea. That's a good idea. So what would the trade be? It would be Tua and 2 firsts for Watson.
Yeah,
everyone wins.
Everyone wins.
Everyone
2 firsts, 2 and Tua. That's like a great. Yeah. That's 3 firsts. One of them being a very high first.
Yeah, and Tua was going to be like the number 1 overall pick in the draft before he got hurt.
So that's
a good pick. Well, let's tweet them that. Okay, so Giannis Antetokounmpo, how good is he?
Such a beast. I mean, he really proved it. I'm just so happy for him.
I'm so happy for him. So I wanted the Suns to win.
I did too. I was rooting for the Suns from the whole playoffs.
So I thought I wanted the Suns to win because
I did too.
I really like Chris Paul, and I think he deserves that national recognition. He's not like the Steph Curry who's like sexy hitting threes.
I was happier with Giannis winning it than Chris Paul.
That's what I was
saying. Like you, I also took the Suns. Like in the beginning of the playoffs, I was like, I want the Suns to win this tournament. And then
Giannis can win it any other year.
But I was like, no. But then when it got to the finals, I was like, no. This is Chris Paul and Giannis's only chance to win.
Giannis has so many more chances.
I was like, this is their only chance because the Bucks are never going to overspend to get the super team. You know, Giannis is always going to be undermanned, and Chris Paul is just at the end of his twilight of his career. You know, he might be able to sign with the whatever.
So if he signs the Lakers, they're talking about getting Chris Paul and DeMar DeRozan or something like that. But if they do that, Chris Paul is not going to get the credit. So his legacy will still say ring, but it won't be a ring that he deserved. If they have Chris Paul,
it won't be the one that he won.
Yeah, if they have Chris Paul, LeBron, DeMar DeRozan, Anthony Davis, that's ridiculous.
You know, and
Kyle Kuzma.
Who's their other center they picked up this year?
Gasol.
Drummond.
Oh God.
Ridiculous.
I would have taken Drummond at number 2 overall in the draft he was in. He went 9th. He was such a beast.
Drummond's a beast.
Speaking of players who should be on the U.S. team, Andre Drummond.
There
I knew there was like
instead of JaVale
I was
McGee.
like, isn't there some like big dude who's not the Morris twins? Either the Morris twins are better.
I mean, there's a ton of people.
Like they're not as twitchy and fast as JaVale, which is what Steve Kerr said they want JaVale for that twitchy speed. But if the center the other team is using is super fast, then honestly we could use KD at center.
Literally.
If they're using a fast center.
KD is literally 6'11", 7
Yeah.
foot.
And if they're using a stronger center, then the Morris twins can buff them. The Morris twins are huge.
When did they play again? I'm curious. I didn't watch the first game. I saw the replay when I was at work.
Have you seen?
But I was like, Rudy Gobert is in. That's not a bad team. They're playing against.
That's why they wanted Kevin Love. So when Kevin Love goes out to 3, Rudy Gobert has to get out of the paint. That's literally what they wanted Kevin Love for. And that's why Christian Wood would have made more sense than JaVale. Because if you don't let JaVale shoot threes, then you're just allowing.
Popovich will let JaVale shoot.
Let him shoot, man.
Let him
shoot.
Stroke. In the cookie jar.
Have you seen the 3-on-3s at all?
No.
It's actually really interesting.
I bet it's kind of fun.
It's like non-stop moving.
Is it the Ice Cube thing? The Ice Cube ran that like 3-on-3 tournament for a while.
No, this is actually an official thing in FIBA that's like been going on for years and no one's known about.
Mm-hmm.
And like the best players in the world are like Serbians and stuff like that. It's like more physical. They don't call as many fouls.
Interesting.
Like NBA players usually a little more slender, like Kevin Durant. People in this are a little bigger, and it's also a fitness test because the second the ball goes in the basket, you just like run back and play defense.
Interesting.
Whereas in the NBA, you kind of jog back on defense.
Weird. Yeah. I haven't even heard of it.
But like Luka would be really, really good at it.
Luka's really, really good at everything basketball.
But yeah, the best player in the world is a 6'3", 35-year-old Serbian who just like puts people on skates and makes like Jason Williams passes. It's like behind the back passes and shit. But then is also pretty strong.
Why would they take him out in the first inning?
He's like, what's happening with Trey Turner? But yeah, the Yankees, I would be super juiced if they got Joey Gallo and then Scherzer. The Yankees have so many mediocre pitchers. They need to get that second ace. And then if you had any other thoughts about the, what's it called? Dylan Cease stuff?
I like Dylan Cease.
Well, he was good before they took away the
No, he's still
stuff.
good.
No, he's been bad in the last month.
Not compared to Adolis Garcia.
He's got a 5. No, they've both been bad. They've both been awful. They've both been awful.
No, Dylan Cease had like 8 strikeouts last time.
In like episode 2, I said Adolis Garcia has a great swing and it's awesome, and then dropped him when he slumped. And then
Ken Rosenthal of The Athletic hears that Trey Turner has not been traded.
Yeah. And then Robbie picked up Adolis. He heated back up. We were in talks for like a month about trading him. We finally did it. Adolis for Dylan Cease. Cool trade. Everyone wins. Everyone gets a cool player. And they both just been shit.
I don't know about that. Here, I'm looking at that.
I literally looked at Dylan Cease ERA over the last month.
His ERA hasn't
over
been
5.
great, but
stats last month.
No, but he had 5.
Last time out he had 10 strikeouts. His ERA and whip over the last month.
I don't really care, but last time out he had 10 strikeouts.
This is bad. Grab my phone.
10 strikeouts.
Yeah, Dylan Cease
over 5 innings.
If you're disappointed with Dylan Cease, you trade it back to me.
And I'm happy with the strikeouts.
Yeah, no, he strikes people out.
Yeah, in the last week he's ranked 634, so that's not very good.
Yeah, no, he's not.
But the time before that he was better. Last week he wasn't good. 5 innings, 5.4. But the time before that he was 5.2, 10 strikeouts, 4.76, which I can live with.
Anyways, he's reading off a bunch of numbers. I have something super simple.
Anytime a starting pitcher has a K through 9 over 10,
that's exciting.
I'm happy with that.
Last month, 5.33 ERA, 1.3 WHIP.
Yeah, he had a bad outing last time, for sure. But the time before that wasn't terrible.
Last 2 weeks, 159 WHIP. Last week,
yeah, but he also has 15
WHIP.
Strikeouts in those 2 outings.
Yeah, he be striking people out.
I can live with that.
Yeah, it's not
I'm happy with him. I'm still happy with Dylan Cease.
You'd be delighted the Giants traded for him.
Oh, I would love it if they got Dylan Cease. I mean, yeah, right. The White Sox would give up Dylan Cease right now.
Who could the Yankees trade for? Who's like a nice number 2 pitcher? Would the Marlins trade one of their pitchers? They have all the pitchers. You added the other dude.
Alcantara.
No, they have the other dude that you just added. The prospect, Cabrera or something?
Oh, yeah.
They have the 6'5" guy?
Yeah, who's like a top
so they
prospect.
got him. They got the dude, the 6'7" guy.
What is it? Edwin Cabrera.
Edwin Cabrera. They got your Zach guy. Remember?
Anthony Bender. I would be happy if the Giants traded for Anthony
Right,
Bender,
but
though.
the starters they have. They've got, who's the other guy you have that you've been using?
Pablo Lopez.
No, I know who Pablo Lopez is.
Like Heine. Those are my Marlins.
No, dude, you have the 6'7" guy on their team. Zach Thompson.
Idiot. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I even said Zach.
I'm sorry.
Check it out. So you got your Cabrera guy.
Yeah, Zach Thompson's awesome.
Cabrera guy, 6'5". Zach Thompson, 6'7". Sixto Sanchez, top prospect, not even up yet. They've got Trevor Rogers, absolutely filthy. Sandy Alcantara,
absolutely filthy.
And Pablo Lopez. That's six pitchers. Trade one of them to the Yankees.
Or the Giants.
Either one. Marlins. You heard it here first.
We're calling.
What hitters do you have? Like none.
Yeah, I saw Garrett Cooper to the Giants, but it's like
no, it's not even that big of an upgrade.
That's not even an upgrade.
Darren Ruff has a 925 OPS.
Dude, Darren Ruff is raw.
He was a big prospect on the Phillies.
He's raw.
Because
Farhan picked up Darren Ruff and Mike Yastrzemski from the scrap heap, and they are literally pretty awesome. Yaz especially, but
yeah.
Farhan's got his shit together, dude. I like him. I am a Farhan supporter. All those Farhan haters.
Farhan fan, right?
I'm a Farhan fan.
By the way, my college buddy Kainoa Correa, you know that is Giants bench coach?
Yeah, you know him.
I played college baseball with him. We not talked about this before.
Oh, this game made you so much cooler.
Yeah. So he was on TV.
Man.
He was on TV though.
I see he's on TV every day because he's literally next to freaking Gabe Kapler, here.
No, but it wasn't just on TV. Like it was an interview.
And they talk about it. Yeah, no,
he's an interview. And so I was just telling, I was like,
Giants.
I played baseball with that guy.
And you're a Giants fan now, right? Because Kai's a coach.
I'm not a Giants fan.
No, you're a Giants fan now.
His first game ever.
Scherzer to the Giants.
No, opening day last year for the Dodgers. I wanted to go, and then COVID happened, and the world fell apart. And so the season was canceled. And this year, opening day tickets were like $9,000. But yes, we should go to a Giants game. I'm glad you mentioned this. I've been meaning to say hi to Kai.
Giants
baseball.
All right, I think we're done.
We're done?
I think so.
Really? That's it?
Yeah, I think.
What about you? We didn't really talk about the finals very much. Like, would the Clippers have beaten the Suns if Kawhi was healthy?
Maybe, but I had the Suns winning.
How good was Giannis?
Giannis was awesome. Chris
Ridiculous.
Middleton, the unheralded
Did you
star.
see Game 6?
Chris
Middleton
dropped
50.
Yeah, Chris Middleton was the unheralded star.
No, Chris Middleton is a star. The unheralded star. No.
Giannis was
Bobby
the heralded
Portis
star.
and Pat Connaughton.
Bobby Portis too.
Crazy eyes.
Bobby Portis too.
Bobby Portis.
Chris Middleton, he literally got them.
Yeah, but he's not unheralded. He's literally on the USA team.
He's not the one that everyone's like, yay, Chris Middleton.
Right, he's just unheralded is not the correct term.
Yeah, maybe not.
He's a sneaky star.
Yeah, but he's sneaky.
He's
won
really,
them the
really
finals.
good.
Like Giannis won the Game 6 for sure, but like Game 5 and Game 4 was like Chris Middleton.
Do you remember Game 3 or 4 when Booker roasted them and had like 40 points and they still lost? If you look at all the buckets, every time Pat Connaughton had his hand in his face and playing lights out defense.
Fundamental basketball.
Pat Connaughton was drafted by the Orioles as well.
That's also really cool. I'm really happy that the Bucks won though, because literally I don't think they're ever going to get another chance to win. I mean that. Giannis is never. He might make it to the finals again.
That is so wrong.
But he's going to be against super teams every single time.
And he can't form one?
They are never going to form one in Milwaukee.
Never. Because it's Milwaukee?
Yes. And because they won one with this formula, so they're going to push this formula for another 5 years, thinking that they're going to get there, but they are not going to get there.
See, I think they know they got there this year because Kyrie and Harden got hurt and LeBron got hurt. I don't think they think they're the best team in the league. Like they think they're the best, but they don't think they're like unstoppable. Other teams that win it all are like, yo, this is our league.
I bet you they do not get better in the offseason.
No, that wasn't my point. My point was they're not going to be complacent. They're not going to think that they're better. Like, even if they don't make ads, the team can still get better. You saw how Portis grew. If you actually the best recipe for getting better is to just grow.
Here's something I wanted to talk about. So Warriors have pick 6?
4 and 7, I believe.
4 and 7? No, 14 and 7?
7 and 14.
7 and 14.
7 and 14.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
That's or 6 and 14. It's one of those two.
Okay.
I think it's 6 and 14 because
All
I think they just lost one spot.
Bradley Beal trade. Yes, I want to talk about that too. I've heard some ridiculous shit about that.
So I don't know if I even want Bradley Beal.
Absolutely.
I think of all the stars out there. I think of all the stars out there. I want a star that also plays defense.
That's also correct.
So I don't want Bradley Beal.
Right. So here's your statement. I don't want Bradley Beal. You don't want Bradley Beal. The statement is Bradley Beal is not the star I would go after.
Yeah, he is.
And that
not,
I agree with.
He is not.
Just like CJ McCollum.
Yeah.
LeBron said he wanted CJ McCollum. That could work for the Lakers because LeBron and AD can hide his defense.
But
overall, I'm not into the Beal.
The Warriors need to hide Steph's defense.
No, Steph is average.
His defense is good, but they don't want him to have to work hard on defense.
Right. And so if you have Steph and Beal as your backcourt, Clay becomes the 3, and then Steph or Beal have to guard the Lillards of the world. And if you make Clay guard Lillard, then Steph is now guarding the 2, and Beal is guarding the 3. Beal's guarding the 5, so 5
it doesn't make sense like that.
But he can dribble. He could run the second unit.
Could, but that's not what he wants.
No, I mean start him, pull him after 6 minutes, and stagger the minutes.
Yeah, I honestly think they keep the picks.
No, so I like trading it. My issue is one trade I heard.
But I don't want Beal, and I don't see any other
superstars
being dangled
but
out there.
They said both picks and Wiseman.
Yeah,
I was like, you gotta be fucking no. I heard both picks, Wiseman and Wiggins. For Beal and Thomas Bryant. And Thomas Bryant's actually decent. Thomas Bryant's not the issue. The trading Wiseman for Thomas Bryant's not the issue. But without Wiggins, you just hurt your depth now.
Yeah. I mean, without Wiseman and Wiggins, that doesn't make sense.
And then you look at the roster, and all of a sudden it's now...
Wiggins is the number 2 pick, so that's 3 top picks and Wiggins, who's like literally averaged 20 points a game.
And terrific defense, hella blocks. I had a buddy last year, who was saying trade Wiggins and Oubre for Beal, and the day he said that
sounds good.
The day he said that, I agreed. So the next day I didn't. I actually don't think it's that good. You're trading a 6'8" dude and a 6'7" dude.
Yeah, see, because Wiggins is so
good. Hit threes. Yeah, and Oubre's feisty.
I like Oubre, but they're not going to be able to re-sign him.
So who would you want to trade for? So if you got Steph and Clay, so you want a 3 essentially.
I like Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons would be good. Mm-hmm. So let's look at this. So if you've got the roster's pretty great. Steph, Clay, Wiggins, Dre, Wiseman.
On the Warriors, it doesn't matter that Ben Simmons can't shoot.
Right. But so if you trade for Simmons, what do? You trade Wiggins and Oubre for Simmons?
I do Wiggins and the 2 picks for Simmons.
Okay. So then Simmons would essentially be the
0.3.
0.3. You play the point guard and offense, be the 3 on defense.
And guard a star.
And so defensively, it'd be Curry would guard the less good guard. Mm-hmm. Clay would guard the better guard.
But not the superstar because you'd have Simmons on the superstar.
Well, it just depends on what they're
like. What it's like. But Simmons is 6'9" and can guard. 6'10" and can guard the point guard.
He was the number 2 defensive player of the year. Ben Simmons was the number 2 defensive player of the year. And Twitter is like blowing up with how bad he is.
And Draymond was number 3.
Yeah.
So then you have the 2 and 3 defensive players on the year.
And
Wiseman.
That'd be filthy.
I love that.
Defense. That's the coolest. And 2K, oh my God. Just dribble around with Ben Simmons who passes to Steph. Oh my God.
With the lob to Wiseman.
Wait, let's not contact the Reds if we were contacting. Let's contact the Warriors.
Seriously, that's good.
I thought it sounded good when you said it, but that's actually like genius. That's beautiful.
Now that we talked it out a little bit,
poetry in motion. Yeah. And with the depth of the Warriors, you're saying in the fourth quarter you pull Simmons, pull Simmons. Put in Nico Mannion.
No, put in Jordan Poole.
Yeah, Jordan Poole.
Which Jordan Poole is actually dope.
He was killing it last year.
I saw him in like the Craw Fest or Craw.
That's someone you could trade too, Jordan Poole.
That is tradable. I want to keep him.
Right, but I'm saying if you could keep Wiggins, if you trade Poole, Oubre, and a pick.
Poole is literally like Lou Williams.
And the Sixers need shooters for Embiid. They would actually rather have Poole. So Poole, Wiggins, or Poole, Oubre, and a pick. Would you rather have that?
See, because Oubre needs to be a sign and trade.
Oh, he does?
Mm-hmm. He's a free agent.
But wouldn't you rather trade Poole and Oubre versus Wiggins?
Yeah, definitely.
Because Wiggins is legitimately a two-way player.
Yeah, and legitimately
if you
starter.
keep Wiggins, if it's Steph,
Wiggins is a starter on every single team in the league.
In NBA history.
Literally. Yeah, literally. Right now, he is a starter on every single team.
Steph, Clay, Wiggins, Simmons. Oh my God. Wait, who would be on the bench? Steph, Clay, Wiggins,
Draymond.
Simmons, Draymond. Who would be on the bench? Simmons would be on the bench. Actually, he would run the bench squad.
No, they'd have Wiggins.
No.
They'd have Wiggins running.
Because you want the... Really?
I think so.
Because Simmons' defense is too good to have on the bench?
But then they'd have Simmons stay in while Steph and Draymond are out.
Regardless, that's foolish. That's like that's better than the team they had with Steph, Clay, and KD.
I don't know about that, but it's still really good.
I would take Wiggins and
Simmons over KD.
Yes, easily. And Wiseman.
Would you trade Wiggins and
Simmons
for KD?
He said it depends on the team.
I don't think any team would do that.
You don't think any team would take Wiggins and Simmons?
For KD.
So, look at what the Warriors have right now. If we were talking about them having Steph, Clay, Dre, and Wiseman, right?
I mean, if they could give up Wiggins and Wiseman for KD, I would take it.
Wiggins and Wiseman, right. And so if you're going the 4 and the 5 as Dre and Wiseman, the 1 and 2 as Steph and Clay, and then the 3 can either be KD or Wiggins and
we have gone
Simmons.
Too long today.
There's no thing is too long. No, I seriously think Wiggins and Simmons is better than KD.
I think it is. It very could be.
There's a lot of defense.
But I think KD is just so amazing.
Right, but so if the team doesn't have a alpha male, you need KD.
We already have Steph.
That's my point.
Clay,
the Warriors
don't
need a team with nothing needs KD. Mm-hmm. Because Wiggins and Simmons,
I think Warriors. I think Simmons is the guy.
It would be great.
I think Simmons is
the guy. There would be
no
pressure on him. He just needs to go out and play basketball and have fun.
And literally, he could.
No.
He could take pressure off Steph. I mean, it'd be perfect.
Right, he's a great ball handler.
Yeah, exactly. Ball handling, defense, just hustle.
I mean, he's also literally been compared to LeBron James, which like 3 people ever have been done.
Yeah.
It's like Ben Simmons.
No, I think that's the one.
Blake Griffin and Anthony Davis and Giannis. That's like the only people who will ever be compared to LeBron.
Scherzer to the Giants to have a real game 1 starter going into the playoffs with Gossman as the number 2, with Scalafani number 3.
You already just said a real game 1?
Yeah.
You just said Gossman's not a real game 1 starter?
Not. He's never been a game 1 starter. Scherzer's done it for 10 years.
So you mean an established game 1 starter?
He's like
Kevin Gossman is a real game 1 starter.
I mean, like right now, he has been. And I love Gossman. I drafted him in fantasy.
Top 10 fastball and splitter.
In the league.
All pitches.
Of all pitches.
All pitches. Not just fastball and splitters.
Yeah.
All pitches.
Nuts. Dude's dope. His last 3 starts have not been very good.
Not as dope. He's using the sticky stuff.
No, he was good after the sticky stuff, so it wasn't that.
You know who's gotten a lot better since the sticky stuff?
He also had his wife had like a weird pregnancy thing.
I saw that, yeah.
So he had to like
Luis Castillo has been killing it. I read some reports that he stopped using the sticky stuff before, and that's why he was so shitty, because he knew they weren't going to be able to use it. And then he slowly adjusted, and everyone else stopped using it and got lit, and he's like, figured it out.
Finally, one of my dudes freaking did something.
Joey Wendell.
Jose Ramirez.
Hip, hip. Dude, Jose.
Dude, I got hosed on the big trade for freaking Bieber.
Actually?
No, Jose Ramirez is good straight up.
Bellinger is trash.
Bellinger is trash. Rendon has been out like the whole year.
Yeah.
I thought I was like getting 3 superstars for one. Instead, I got 1 superstar for 1 superstar, which is cool and all, but one
Bieber
Indian for another Indian.
Defense.
Yeah, Bieber is hurt. All right, that was a good show. Good talk. We are back. We are back in action. See you next week, knuckleheads. I think I stole that from that guy.
PTI.
Yeah.
Mike Wilbon.
Yeah, there we go. That's where I stole it from.
Tony Kornheiser.
There we go. All right.
It never ends. We always got to remember there's 2 ends. We always think it's done.
Take home before.